Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
Today marks 2 weeks since the start of a string of shootings involving San Antonio police officers. 5 officers have been shot by suspects, and police say another officer accidentally shot himself. It's also been nearly a week that the county's highest elected official has refused to talk to reporters about it. Several local and state leaders have spoken with us about what they believe could prevent this violence. But, as Daniela Ibarra explains, County Judge Peter Sakai refuses.
5 San Antonio police officers shot by suspects in the span of 12 days. Police Chief Willie McManus says several of those accused shooters are repeat offenders who should have been in jail. He and District Attorney Joe Gonzalez have sparred over who is to blame for them being out on the streets. On Tuesday, San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg said he and Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai have spoken about the recent shootings.
And we both believe that this is not something that any of us should find acceptable.
But we have not heard that directly from Sakai. KSAT has tried 3 separate times over the past week to talk with him. Yesterday, we even waited at the Bexar County Commissioner's Court meeting for 5 hours with no luck. Spokesperson Jim Lefkoe spoke on Sakai's behalf.
He knows it's a complicated issue, and he'll do what he can to, if there's a role for him to play, I'm sure he'll be interested in playing it. And
today, KSAT reached out to Sakai's office a 4th time. Lefkoe told us Sakai was not available today or tomorrow, even for 5 minutes. Sakai is the county's highest-ranking elected official. Lefkoe told us Sakai is, quote, tied up with the nearly $3 billion budget we are finalizing in 5 days. We asked if Judge Sakai does not have time to talk with us, or if he did not want to talk with us about the major issue happening in the county he presides over. Half an hour later, Nirenberg and Sakai announced they were going to bring together county and city law enforcement to talk about possible solutions for the recent shootings where police are injured. According to this news release, Judge Sakai says the county is committed to addressing the challenges and reducing this violence in the community. Now, it's not clear if that conversation is going to be open to you, the public, and we are still waiting to talk to Judge Sakai. Reporting in downtown San Antonio, Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
So while County Judge Sakai is staying silent, one commissioner isn't. Precinct 3 Commissioner Grant Moody says that his priority is safety.
We can't be soft on repeat offenders and violent criminals. We need to make sure that we don't put the wrong people in jail, but the folks that need to be in jail, who are violent offenders and repeat offenders, that they are in the jail, and that we keep them in the jail.
So Commissioner Moody says that he wants to address the violence and figure out a solution. Moody says there have been lots of discussions about that over the last 24 hours. He says that Judge Sakai spent the day working with city leaders. Now, we're also learning that next Monday, Police Chief William McManus and District Attorney Joe Gonzalez are going to be at a District 4 Public Safety Town Hall. Gonzalez's office told KSAT that the DA is going to be there. The town hall is scheduled to start at 6 at St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church. It's on Marbach Road, and we're planning to live stream it on all of our KSAT platforms, so watch out for that. In other news now, San Antonio police are looking for the 3rd suspect accused of taking a couple at gunpoint from their home Tuesday night. The couple was found unharmed this morning, less than 20 miles from their home, where they were kidnapped right in front of their kids. San Antonio police arrested 2 suspects, and they put them in custody this morning. They are 29-year-old Xavier Martinez and 40-year-old Felipe Valdez. They were arrested for aggravated kidnapping. Martinez has an active warrant for deadly conduct, evading arrest, and interfering with public duties. Now, San Antonio police are not telling us a motive behind the abduction, but a neighbor who lives at the West Side home where the couple was found this morning says that she has seen unusual behavior there before.
Cars come in all the time. They're always taking something out of the trunk, different cars. You're like, what do you do in the trunk all day?
Now, we're still waiting to learn more about the 3rd suspect and why that couple was taken from their home. Tonight, San Antonio police are trying to find the people who shot a woman while she was driving. Happened around 1 o'clock this morning in the 200 block of Baldwin Avenue. It's near South Olive Street and I-37. SAPD says that while the woman was driving, she saw 2 people come out of a garage with flashlights, and then they shot at that woman. Now, she's recovering right now at BAMC. Investigators think that the shooters drove off in a Dodge truck. This is a $500,000 idea, but it's unclear if it's actually doable. Abortion advocates are asking the city of San Antonio to start a new fund that would help community organizations provide reproductive and sexual health services to people at a time when Texas is clamping down on abortion access. But a councilwoman who's supporting that idea really has mixed messages for City Hall reporter Garrett Berger on what exactly it would do.
A week out from the San Antonio City Council's budget vote, community members made their final requests for changes. Among them, a brand new $500,000 idea that supporters called a reproductive justice fund.
You can directly support organizations that are working tirelessly to provide comprehensive reproductive and sexual health services.
Councilwoman Terry Castillo has spoken in support of it too. She says a coalition of groups had put out the idea of a $500,000 fund.
That would go to Metro Health to disperse, to purchase contraceptives and do public education when it comes to reproductive health care.
But this wouldn't be for helping women gain abortion access?
No, this one would be for reproductive education and contraceptives.
But an info sheet those groups gave council members showed that's exactly what they want it to be used for. In addition to the uses Castillo mentioned, supporters say the fund could provide organizations with money for travel to out-of-state abortion clinics, lodging during those trips, and lost wages.
So, contrary to what you had said before, this fund could.
We connected back with Castillo to ask about the discrepancy. She claimed it had been a misunderstanding.
I thought you were insinuating that this would fund abortion, which is illegal in the state of Texas, which is something we cannot do.
Castillo has already asked city staff to add the Reproductive Justice Fund to the budget.
Ideally, if this $500,000 reproductive justice fund is successful, which I hope it is, it would allow nonprofit organizations that provide the care that you noted to access that health care. Correct.
It's something the city can do, she said, to back up what council members did when they passed a resolution last year supporting abortion access.
I think it's important that we don't lose sight that women are dying due to lack of access to health care, particularly reproductive health care.
Given the state's crackdown on abortion, I asked the city attorney if helping fund travel to out-of-state clinics would even be something the city can do. He told me his preliminary sense was probably not. I tried to follow up later this afternoon, but a city spokeswoman sent us only a brief statement saying that the fund would have to comply with state law. Now, Councilwoman Castillo said if that aspect isn't allowed, it could be removed. And that's not all that this fund would be for. In the newsroom, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Now, tonight, we are learning more about the 3-year-old girl who died on a migrant bus from Texas to Chicago last month. We brought you this story. We now know her name and also how she died. The Marion County, Illinois coroner says that Gismari Alejandra Barbosa Gonzalez had a bacterial infection and also pneumonia. The coroner says that she also tested positive for viruses in her digestive and respiratory systems. He also noted that she was underweight. The coroner says that someone gave the little girl electrolytes on the bus, but it was just too late. It didn't work, and she later died at a hospital. It's been about 3 months since Governor Greg Abbott had the multi-million-dollar buoys put up in the Rio Grande, and now a federal judge has ordered the state to move them closer to the Texas shoreline of the river. Jonathan Cotto spoke with the country's oldest and largest Latino civil rights organization, which applauds this ruling.
On July 24th, the United States filed a lawsuit against Texas for placing buoys along the Rio Grande without authorization from the federal government and the Army Corps of Engineers.
If the state is going to place anything along those international waters or in an international border, they have to have specific, explicit consent and permission from the federal government. And Governor Abbott did not do that.
On Wednesday, a federal judge ruling the state must reposition the buoys from the middle of the waterway to the banks of the Rio Grande on the Texas side of the river.
The bottom line is federal law trumps state law. Now, this is why we're in court.
In a statement, Governor Abbott says Texas will appeal and is prepared to take the fight up to the Supreme Court.
We can call it what it is. And bottom line, this is nothing more and nothing less than pure political posturing. And he's trying to double down on his efforts to be harder on immigration.
In response to the federal judge, Governor Abbott says the ruling is incorrect and says the state will use every strategy to secure the border, and that includes deploying Texas National Guard and DPS and installing what he calls strategic barriers. The judge ordered Texas to have the buoys moved by September 15th. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, now we're back here at home. We're going to take a live look outside. It's our I-10 live cam. Looks beautiful out there right now until you look down. If you're watching this from home and you look at the temperature there, 101 degrees. The skies look nice and blue, but we're hoping that that's going to change in a few days, Adam.
Yeah, we do see some changes on the horizon.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a pattern shift on the way. Give us some hope for rain. Today, our 71st 100-degree day, in case you're still keeping tally at home, when we broke the all-time record a long time ago. 103-hour high. That's a record by 3 degrees and 11 degrees above average. We weren't the only record breakers today. We'll take a look at the record high temperatures set across the state, along with Hurricane Lee in the Atlantic, and our pattern shift with updated rain chances in just a bit.
Left the best part for last. Thank you so much, Adam. All right, now we're going to show you the traffic. That is I-35 at Maine, which looks a little heavy going around there in both directions. But hey, at least traffic is going. It's flowing. I mean, even when you're dealing with some traffic and it's heavy on the road, you at least want to know that you're going somewhere. You're not stuck. And that's what's happening there at I-35 in Maine. Now, right back here, tomorrow's Friday night football action is going to start a little bit later for San Antonio's 2 largest districts. A bus driver shortage, ongoing construction, also rush hour traffic is forcing the Northeast and North Side to bump all of their Friday games back to 7:30. Our RJ Marquez spoke with officials from both of those districts who tell us that this is really a win for everybody.
The band, the cheerleaders,
Go Panthers!
and spirit squads all make for a fun football atmosphere. But now the Friday night lights will shine a bit later for NEISD and NISD.
In big picture, it definitely is better for all of our students and all of our community.
Alfonso Alvarado is the band director at O'Connor High School. Last week, his 225 band students were held up in heavy traffic and congestion and missed some pregame activities.
We were able to get there safely and a little behind, but nonetheless, we were there to support the team.
This week, the districts agreed to move kickoff back to 7:30.
It's kind of a perfect storm. You know, it's a shortage of bus drivers. It's the timing of when schools are letting out. And it's also the construction that's going on in 1604.
The earlier start time was putting a strain on drivers taking kids home and then having to return to campus.
We were already running double runs at the elementary level, at the middle school level, at the high school level.
Tessie Solis with NISD says this is also a sign of growth in the area.
Taft, Harlan, Sotomayor, Brennan, all of these 4 high schools in one of the fastest growing zip codes in the nation.
And now everyone can get to the game safe and on time.
People email us, call us with their concerns about it and want to know what we're doing and how we could fix this, and we've listened to them.
We take at least 14 buses to a game. I think they do an amazing job. Our drivers do an amazing job.
And this time change will be in place for the rest of the season for Northside and Northeast ISD to make sure these students behind me get in the stands in time before kickoff. Reporting from the Northwest Side, RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to give you a first-hand look at the airmen who are trained to handle explosive threats. You're going to go front and center with the JBSA Lackland EOD team. That's tonight at 6:30. Stick around. Plus, Goodwill School is opening its doors to new students. We're going to take a look at what it's offering after the break. It's such a busy day and there's so much we want to talk to you about, so we want you to stick around because this is what we're working on for you tonight. Action to keep the energy grid afloat. We're all interested in this. You're going to hear how CPS Energy's demand response program has been this summer and how it's hoping that it helps to ease the energy grid. Also, a Northwest Side convenience store given it 10 days to hire pest control to get rid of a roach problem. Tim Gerber is going to take us behind the kitchen door to see what else inspectors found. Those stories and so much more tonight on The Night Beat. So this is Workforce Development Month, and Goodwill San Antonio is celebrating it with an open house for its school. The Good Career Academy in downtown San Antonio offers free medical education programs to students who qualify, from medical assistants to pharmacy technicians. Goodwill started offering those types of classes since 2010, and more than 1,300 students have graduated since then. Pretty cool. The school also helps students with tuition, childcare, and transportation to help them achieve their goals.
I have something to do for myself now. I have something for myself and my future. I like that I'm able to, have an impact on people and help them.
Now, again, Goodwill is going to have an open house for its academy on September 21st. It's also going to host a job fair on the 27th, and that job fair is going to take place at Second Baptist Church. If you are going, of course, bring your resumes and good luck. So now we're going to take things outside, right?
Yeah.
We're going to tell you what else is going on. 101 degrees out there, Adam, and you have been talking about, perhaps a pattern change. And,
Yes.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, boy, oh boy, do we need this.
Well, our weather pattern is going to change. It's just a question of to what extent are we going to see the changes and how higher the rain chance is going to get with those changes. But the changes are coming this weekend and especially next week. Rain chances, they're going to return. And Hurricane Lee is barreling through the Atlantic right now. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's talk temperatures and heat across the state today. Look at the high temperatures, triple digits for almost all of us. And I highlighted the record highs set today. The majority of the observations in those cities on the screen actually had record highs, as warm as 109 in Wichita Falls, Dallas 107. Obviously, those were both records. Del Rio had a record of 104 today, even Austin as well at 106. More triple digits, and guess what? We're going to add to it. Tomorrow, 105. That'll be a record. Saturday, 103. Sunday, 102. But then, as our weather pattern shifts, we are expecting to drop back down into the 90s. I know that's not a significant drop, but baby steps. We'll take what we can get. A weak cold front should drop into south central Texas. Give us extra clouds, give us some rain chances, and in turn, put a little dent in those high temperatures. Here's our overall weather pattern right now. Upper level high. It's over West Texas and southern New Mexico. That's what's going to be sliding to the southwest and moving farther away from us. That's the key. Get out of here. Get Big Blue H. Get on out of here. Get now. We just don't want it here. So it's going to push itself away. Thankfully, that opens the door for other elements, other forces in the atmosphere to help kickstart some showers and storms, including upper level energy, a very weak cold front as well. Rain chances right now, we're talking 20 to 30% starting Saturday, lasting all the way through most of next week. Now, we are right now saying Wednesday, the highest odds. That's as it stands right now. That's at 40%. But I do want to really point out, this isn't a big system that's coming in. These are subtle little changes that are very susceptible to modifications as we get closer in time. So these numbers are likely to change. Check back in for the updates and we'll keep you posted. Of course, we could use every drop we could get. The only part of Texas not even considered abnormally dry is our far western viewing area, Eagle Pass over toward Carrizo Springs area. That's where, in Crystal City, that's where we did the best with the tropical storm the other week. But most of our area in the extreme and exceptional drought, that includes San Antonio, the hill country, even the coastal plain as well. We do look to the tropics for moisture this time of year. We've got Hurricane Lee, Cat 4. I mean, this went from a tropical depression to a Category 4, just like that. And that's tracking to the west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. It's going to continue that track toward the U.S. as a Category 4 to Category 5 hurricane. But right now, most confidence is that this should take the usual steer away from mainland U.S., but there's some uncertainty with that. So, of course, we'll keep you updated on it. 96 at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 91 degrees tomorrow. We start the day at 79. And by the afternoon, we're at 105. And that would be a record by 2 degrees. Record challenging heat the next 3 days before we see that shift, along with the changes and some Rain chances, by the way. A very, very special Thermometer Thursday.
Yes, that's coming up.
6:45.
All right, good. I'm also very excited to see that just the 30% isolated. It doesn't matter, isolated, scattered. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Larry, I have a question for you. Did you ever play any sports competitively?
I did, yeah.
Okay, do you remember if there was ever a point where you weren't winning for a while and then you got that W? What it felt like?
I certainly do remember that back from my high school days, and that's exactly what West Campus is feeling today. Since last week, they won their very first varsity football game in a very long time. Plus, in college football, and Carter Word knows they left some plays on the field. Coming up.
Yeah, a whole lot of different swagger. They were walking around and dancing around and all kinds of stuff. This is our first senior class, like I said, and these guys are finally starting to act like a football team, like a team that's kind of made it, a little bit of a coming out type party. So it's a little bit different swag right now.
Winning makes everything better, right? Coach Gonzalez and his West Campus Cougars have some newfound swagger, and rightfully so, in big board sports. It is a great time for the South San Antonio West Campus Cougars, who beat St. Anthony 48-0 last week for their first varsity football win since West Campus reopened in 2021. Their last varsity dub was in 2007 before the campus closed down. Led by Coach Gonzalez, the Cougars are 1-1 this season and feeling much better about themselves. The Cougars play in District 15-3A Division II and still have 2 more games to go before they start district play. Now, we stopped by Shepherd Middle School yesterday with the Cougars practice to ask them about that winning feeling.
I'm excited. We've been working at it all off season, getting in the weight room a lot. We've been focused way more lately, and that just went towards the win mainly.
It was wonderful to be able to come off that win. Just the only thing is how you give is to the Lord above. He's been with us since day one, and just that win it's amazing to be out here every single day, just knowing that we got that win finally.
It's been rough. Year one, we started in the middle of COVID 2020, and we started with only freshmen. So it's been a big buildup. We faced a lot of adversity throughout the 4 years here, and that's kind of been our identity for 4 years. Just kind of playing with a chip on our shoulders, a team that faces a lot of adversity and gets through it and sees the obstacle as the way. So this win has been huge for us to finally get this monkey off our back and finally see some success.
West Campus will go for its second straight win tomorrow night when they host the 2-0 Lytle Pirates at 7 p.m. Here's the schedule for tonight. Brennan versus Harlan at Ferris Stadium. Warren versus Holmes at the Gus. Both games kick at 7. And Southwest will play at Laredo Martin tonight at 7 as well. And Carter Word football is working hard to rebound from their 28-14 Week 1 loss at the UTEP Miners. The Cardinals led the Miners 7-0 and 14-7, but gave up 21 unanswered points, 14 of those in the second half to come up short. The Cardinals went toe-to-toe with UTEP, but they left some plays on the field, and that cost them the game.
You got to run the football better, you got to stop the run, and then you got to score when you're inside your 5. We had 2 opportunities inside the 5, one a turnover on downs and then another one as a turnover. So those are points of the game that we have to correct. Now, when you look at the tape, there's a lot of positives. We have a good football team, and we, man for man, toe to toe, I thought we were as good of a football team as those guys. We just have 4 or 5 plays that if we execute and we do our job, it's a totally different ball game.
We just got to execute. We left some stuff on the field, and we've went back and watched the film and corrected it, and we're going to have a great week of practice and come out and execute this Saturday.
I mean, it was a lot closer game than it might have felt like, but overall we just didn't execute the way we wanted to. That's the thing. We prepared, but we didn't execute it the way we needed to. So it's a growing process. New team. That was the first time playing as a team, but excuses are out the window. We just got to play better.
UIW will play at the University of Northern Colorado Saturday at 3 in the afternoon.
All right, and we'll be watching.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Larry. So coming up, we're going to go front and center with the airmen who are trained to handle explosive threats. You're going to learn more about the JBSA at Lackland Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team. It's a mouthful, but they do a lot. Stick around.